Okay, well, this one you might already know, but you might not. Who knows? But this expression is AKA. And it's almost the same as the word alias. So AKA means a also known as, okay? And sometimes they will say alias. So I used to watch this police show, and in the very beginning of the police show, they would introduce like the possible criminal, and they would say John Smith, alias J. Smith, alias Johnny the Knife, alias, you know, like Johnny, you know, alias Johnny Smith, right? So they would list all of the names, right? Or sometimes they might say AKA. So John Smith, AKA Johnny Smith, AKA Johnny the Knife, right? Whatever. So those are synonyms, AKA and alias, okay? So a lot of people have kind of aliases. Actually, my mom had some AKAs because some people called her by her first name, and some people called her by her middle name, which was Jean, right? And some people called her by her first name. Some people called her by her middle name, Jean, and some people called her Jeannie. So, you know, um, and my dad called her Jean. Okay, so uh, just different people called her different things, right? Uh, so she had these aliases, and it would be, you know, Jean, aka Jeannie, whatever. So, and you know, pro wrestlers have their AKAs, right? They have their actual name, you know, and then it's AKA Hulk Hogan, right? Um, so, uh, yeah, I should have researched a little bit some pro wrestlers' names because they always have their stage name as their alias, their AKA. Okay, but anyway, let's get on with it. What I originally came up with this idea to make this video was this news story: ISIS attacks Moscow, and I immediately I immediately thought this doesn't sound right to me. And so I started to read the comments, and this guy says something smells fishy here because it doesn't sound right. You know, ISIS going into Moscow and killing people, and supposedly they looked like white guys, and it seems like a bad mistake to attack Russia, uh, you know, because Russia is not going to be as nice as the U.S., you know. So this doesn't seem right. This is extremely sus, which means suspect, suspicious, right? Um, and this verse says fake, not ISIS. And anyway, this one says ISIS, huh? Yeah, right. Yeah, right means I don't believe it. You know. Okay. But this down here it says ISIS, aka CIA, which is sort of probably coming across a lot of people's minds, you know, if it was actually the CIA. Okay, so AKA is also known as, it's like a nickname. Alias is the same thing, right? A fugitive used several aliases. John Smith, who goes by the alias Richard Jones, he checked into the hotel using an alias, right? So, all right, and it disappears a lot. this guy has some kind of a, I think, internet nickname that he uses, right?
Hanley, aka DC Drano.
Okay.
That champion, August Bratz, aka From Scratch.77.
Okay, and this from scratch.77 sounds like
August Bratz,
some kind
aka
of internet handle.
And this is the perpetrator. Celiopus spinacolis, aka the assassin bug.
Okay. So not that hard to understand. It's just that like AKA kind of sounds cool, right? It's an idiom. So if I translate this into Japanese, it comes up with betsume, which is just a word, betsume, another name. AKA is much cooler. Let's see what it's like in Turkish.
Diğer adıyla.
Okay, whatever. I don't know if that sounds cool or if it's just a boring, like a regular name.
También conocido como.
Okay. So anyway, these are probably just the regular usages, right? Not the idiomatic way. Okay. Okay, so there you go. And so I will talk to you on the next video.